Hello and welcome to the 7th and final episode of this FM21 Touch Challenge Help the Hatters with me, Daniel. I've taken over my beloved Luton Town in the Saviour Cometh challenge, and we've tried in vain to save them from championship relegation. And not only have we tried in vain, we've only actually picked up the same number of points, 13. And we've got 2 games to go today to better the previous manager's total, and potentially, if we win them both, still get off the bottom of the league, although it looks very unlikely. What's even more surprising, given the other recent results, is the sides that we were chasing for so long, Barnsley and Wycombe, have jumped up the table, and it's now Derby in 21st place, who could still get relegated. It does look like, though, we're losing either Derby or Middlesbrough, so a big boy down to League One. But if you are looking forward to this final episode and you have enjoyed the series this Christmas week, albeit despite abject failure, please do put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. We had a massive episode in the head coach last night and you can catch up with that playlist in the eye above. Incidentally, the first episode verging on 9,000 views now, which for a channel this size is remarkable. We've also got Bangor City, which is back today following the one-day Christmas break. And it's a fairly big game in that one as well, so I'm hoping you're looking forward to that. Thank you to everyone that joined the live stream this morning. They continue every Tuesday evening at 5:30 and Sunday morning at 10:30. And they feature a couple of these Luton stars as well, albeit they're in slightly better form over there. So let's just go and get through the 2 games quickly. I'll show you the results we had off camera. And remarkably, despite 3 defeats in succession, we've not yet lost our job. 4 in fact. Nottingham Forest 1-0, Birmingham 1-0, 2-1 at Blackburn and 3-1 at home to Brentford. We've been okay. We've not really got outplayed in many of the games. We've just got no quality defensively and no real clinical edge in front of goal. And those 2 things combined have caused absolute misery. So we come into this one against 7th place Bristol City, who are still chasing the playoffs. I'm not sure what tactic to go for, in truth. I think we got more points going for the back 3, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. I know it's not been particularly useful in the recent games, but we're going to go for Matty Pearson in there. On the left wing back, it'll be Norrington Davis. On the right, I'm going to stick with James Bree. I've been trying to play our own players where possible. So Curtis Jones, number 10. Collins up front with Adam Idar. Collins, incidentally, scored a fair few goals since we've come in. And then Pelly Kampanzu alongside Joe Morrell, although he had a poor game at the weekend. So we're going to go for Dewsbury Hall. That's the subs bench we've gone for. It's as strong as we can be. It's not good enough for this level, but it should be a good side in League One. And the aim for us is to finish with a flourish. So let's get into the first game with that 3-5-2 and see if we can get a result. It's Bristol City visiting Kenilworth Road, and they are desperately chasing the top 6. Can we finish anywhere other than bottom? Well, here we go. A former Luton youth player, or 2 in fact, Jada Silva and Tyreek Bakinson. Daniel Bentley is a name that I know well, and you'll see why over the next week or so on the channel. Alfie Mawson, another former Luton man. There's 3 of them in the starting 11. Former Watford man on the bench in Mariappa. They've got some good players. Henry Sivett, the former Newcastle man. Adam Nagy's a good player. Sessignon, Taylor Moore. That is a star-studded lineup. No wonder they're up there. They had Chris Martin on Real Life as well at the start of the season, so I'm not sure why he's not there. Could have made it 4. But here's Adam Idar bringing it out from the back. It's a little bit slow today, but here comes Curtis Jones. Surges over halfway with some really good football. To Norrington Davis. To Dewsbury Hall. Turns back to the centre-half Pearson. And now he's got a chance to go over the top. Instead plays short to Jones. To Pelly Kampanzu. Time on the ball to Dewsbury Hall. Through ball towards Idar. He's in 1-on-1. Oh, it's offside. Is it? That looked close to me. I thought Collins was, but it didn't look like Idar was off to me. That's a very strange one. But 4 minutes gone, a really good start. Unfortunately, though, it remains goalless. Story of the season. We're on the front foot again with a throw-in. We've not actually had the better of the stats in this match, but we have had the only 2 attacking highlights so far. As Keenan Dewsbury Hall in the middle goes right to Bree. The wing-back back inside again. Not really any intensity there as Curtis Jones gives it away. Considering we went big on him as our proper signing to save the day. He's had 2 or 3 excellent games and otherwise he's been a bit of disappointment. For a bottom of the championship he should have been doing far better, I can tell you that. As Jamie Patterson switches it, Norrington Davis falls asleep, back to the edge and Henry Sivett just over. I'm going to go positive. I'm going to fire up the lads. With 10 minutes to half time, you can see the stats don't look great. We're keeping the ball for the sake of it. And not really having any threat. But we've got a throw on the right with Bree. Just 5 minutes to half time. Mawson heads it away as far as Pelly Ruddock. Mawson playing for us back in the non-league days as well. Really is remarkable. Dewsbury Hall picks it up. He's going to go wide, is he? No. Loses out again. So lackadaisical. It's really strange. And the ball goes forward to Patterson. In he goes into the box. Good effort at Sluga. And as a result of that, I'm just going to up the tempo slightly. Don't know if it'll make much of a difference. But with 5 to the break, we're clinging on. Well, here we go. Half time, we've been absolutely outplayed, and we've still got a result. Kenilworth Road is getting emptier by the week. Less fans there than we ever saw in the National League, I can tell you that much. But it's going to end in tears here, and you can see why they're not coming out. I mean, it's been a bitterly disappointing season. 13 points before we got here, only 13 more since. And it's going to be a big rebuilding job. It's not going to be me doing it though, as Pelly Rudderkin, Collins has missed the target from 4 yards. Half of the goal was empty, and he's managed to pick out the other. Absolutely astonishing. 25 minutes to go. I'm tempted to go back 4 because we've looked more threatening doing that. But the back 5's made us better at the back. It's a really difficult balancing act. Basically, we haven't got both elements working well together. So I'm going to sacrifice Tom Lockyer, who's on a yellow card. He's going to be replaced by Joe Morrell. Up front, we're going to keep Collins. We'll have Idar cutting in. Curtis Jones can play off the right, so that's not really an issue. And for now, I don't know that we want to make any more subs. Maybe Kazenga Lualua. He has had some magic when he's played. But who comes off for him? Maybe even Pelly Ruddock. Or instead, and tell you what, instead of bringing Morel on, let's bring Lualua on instead. Jones can go into midfield. Lualua off the right, Adam Idar off the left, James Collins up front. That's what we're going with, and we're going to stick to it. 0-0. Can we create something special? Well, in very simple answer to your question, no. We've got a Bristol City throw-in. I was just about to make the other changes. We'll do that in a minute. Throw-in flicked on, and it is easy as you like. Every goal is coming from a set piece. It is so infuriating. And it's just costing us every single game. You take out the goals we've conceded from set pieces, we'd probably be about 14th. It's that bad. So I'm going to bring on Richards and Galloway just to get the fullbacks changed. Curtis Jones again has been appalling. So Joe Morrell for him and Glenn Ray on in a holding role. But what more can you say? It has been a really disappointing season. And it's not the fact that we're losing games. We've dominated a lot of them, as we've seen. I know this one's different. But we've just conceded such stupid goals. So many set pieces. So many poor individual errors. And it's going to cost us again. A 1-0 win for Bristol City. By no means a beating. By no means an absolute devastating performance. But another defeat. And another one. Oh, look! 1 game to go. We've not even made it to the end of the season. So I can only apologise for the fact that this is going to be a shorter episode. Adam Idar's on a goal drought. We've not had the best of starts. And we've been sacked. With 1 match to go in the league season. They could have at least let us finish it. Look who else they've got as the favourites. Neil Harris, Mark Warburton and Lee Bowyer. Mick Harford in temporary charge again. Not as happy as last time. I tell you what, just for the fun of it, let's go and have a look at the job centre to see what else is going. Only Darlington in the National League North. So we'll skip ahead, we'll see the last result of the Luton season, then we'll see if there's any job that makes us want to continue this challenge. I don't think there will be, and we can see if Luton get an immediate effect from the new manager bounce after we leave the club. Let's skip ahead and find out. But a sacking with 1 game to go. A disaster for me as a Luton fan. Well, lots of managers starting to get sacked as we've skipped a few weeks into the future. None of them at jobs we're going to be able to get realistically. Although Lee Bowyer is the Exeter favourite as well as the Luton one, which I do find quite bizarre. Scunthorpe have gone down to non-league, that's quite a big shock. But let's have a look at how Luton did in that last game. They got a draw, to be fair. Mick Harford doing a better job than us. And just like 2 years ago in League One, it was him they should have given the job to, not me. Adam Idar got a brace after his goal drought. Luke Berry came in and got injured. He must have played a diamond then, because he had 4 centre midfielders in there. Curtis Jones was average. The back 4 weren't great. Norrington Davis got a 7. How on earth's that happened? So a very interesting spell, and by that I mean an absolute disaster. I don't think, and you can quote me on this because you've seen some of the others, I'm not sure that I've ever had a more disastrous spell in 15 years of Football Manager. We picked up just 13 points in 20 games, got sacked by our favourite club, got 2 January signings in who flattered to the sea throughout, and then our replacement went and got a point straight off the bat with the side that were already relegated. It really was appalling. So to finish the Luton Town season, the championship table looked like such. Luton on 27 points, the last one picked up after we left the club. the first 13 before we joined it. Coventry second bottom on 32, Middlesbrough did go down. And at the top, Blackburn win the league at a canter, Bournemouth just behind, and now Norwich and Brentford play it out in a playoff final. So not the ending we were hoping for, not the length of episode, not the quality we were hoping for. And we would like to have seen it out. But as it is, we were sacked after 45 games. If you did enjoy the episode and this mini-series over Christmas, I hope it's given you a little bit of entertainment and shown that it's not always plain sailing, as the start of FM21's gone pretty well in the head coach. So to see it go wrong over here is of course a welcome back to reality. If you did enjoy the series though, please do put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts for 2 live streams a week as well as daily FM21 content every day at 3:30. We're back with Bangor City later today and you can see in the eye above the head coach playlist. A brilliant series so far and a massive moment in yesterday's episode. I really do appreciate those of you that have watched it and I hope you continue to enjoy all the content on the channel. You can catch up with our podcast channel in the eye above, loads of championship content there, scoreline predictions every single match day, interviews with loads of pros including some former Luton ones, as well as topical podcast specials and match day vlogs once hopefully we can start going back to football regularly. But a massive thank you for your support with this series, the channel and the podcast in general. I really do appreciate all of it. I hope you've had a good festive period. I hope you're looking forward to the new year. Surely it's going to be a better one next year. I'll try my best to provide entertaining content and I hope you continue to enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.